The Sex Ed with Tim podcast is recorded on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Williams Treaty, signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands.
You're listening to Sex Ed with Tim.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Sex Ed with Tim podcast. I am your host, Tim. I am a certified sex educator. I identify as chaotically gay. And Kaci, what's the difference between getting circumcised and getting a divorce?
There is really isn't any difference because they both cut a piece of your meat.
Well, yeah, when you get divorced, you get rid of the whole prick.
Right. Instead of just the extra skin. Listen.
Just the little tip.
Divorce is such a blessing sometimes.
Girl, I swear, I feel like divorce is so underrated.
Oh my, and
People
marriage
need to
is so
celebrate divorces more.
overrated. Like, oh my God.
Preach.
You can go through
And
so
you're saying
much.
you're saying that to an ordained minister.
I'm ordained minister too. And look, I was married for 5 years. And it was, I mean, like when we started out, I mean, we was fucking every day. Like we didn't have sex until we got married. And so when we got married, it was like crazy. We was fucking just every day. And I was like, oh my God, okay, can I get a break? Because, you know, this is a little bit too much.
Get the Gatorade, get the power bars.
I mean, I guess he was like, you kept me on punishment for so damn long. I'm gonna need that pussy all night, every day. Let's go. Like for the first 30 days. Definitely for the first 30 days.
And then somewhere down the road, you just got tired of the dick.
Well, and it wasn't that the dick was bad. Your people would think that you wait and then the dick might be trash, but the dick was good. It wasn't a connection. It wasn't no intimacy. So when I don't like you no more, my pussy stop getting wet. It
start drying up.
Listen, that when we got divorced, I knew it was over when we was having sex, and I was thinking about him telling me he hated me before, and my pussy was just like, girl, why is you even doing this? And I was like, I don't know. And it just was like, shut down.
Why am I in this?
and from there on, it was just downhill.
We're getting so deep into the tea right now. I totally forgot to introduce you to the audience. So, Kaci, why don't you introduce yourself to us first before we start having a little kiki?
My name is Dr. Kaci. I am a certified life coach. I'm an ordained minister. I have 2 children. I have a bachelor's degree in applied management with an emphasis of psychology. So I'm really into human behavior and helping people grow. So, but I also love talking about sex. So, you know, that's me. I am an open book. I've gone through a lot in life. So I like sharing my story and how I've grown.
Yeah, girl, I was reading your biography, and I'm going to put that in the show notes so that the audience can read it, but like, damn, girl, you've lived a goddamn life. I thought I lived a life because like, I am like, I'm 28 as of this recording, but I've slept with at least over 1,000 men at this point. So I thought I know, girl.
I mean, I've had my share. If somebody asks me what my body count number is, I really don't know.
Not that like a body count number matters, but like, you know.
I mean, I've had more guy friends than I've had sex partners, but everybody used to always think I was fucking everybody because I used to hang out. And that wasn't the case, but I have, had my share.
We've all had our share. That's it. We get a little taste of men here and there, and we're just like enjoying the little desserts that come with it.
Oh my gosh, the dessert.
Right. The dessert, tossing my salad. No, so Dr. Kaci, I wanted to bring you on here because there's this one aspect of life, love, sex that we don't normally talk about, which is like divorce or like breakups, essentially. And that's that's why I told that joke earlier, because that's what we're going to talk about today, right? All about divorce, life, love, and sex after this big split happened. So, if you're okay to spill the tea on your own personal story of divorce, could you share that with us?
Okay, so again, we were met in Atlanta, and at a club. Well, it wasn't a club; it was at Dave and Buster's. But back in the day, they used to have a club night. So I met him, and I wasn't gonna talk to him, but then like he gave me his number, and me and my friend had went on about our business. He circled back around, like, "Hey, I want to make sure that this is the right number," and he called me, which should have been a yellow flag. And then I really wasn't attracted to him because he talked like an old man, and it was just other stuff. So eventually I was like, okay, he wanted to take me out all the time. So I was like, okay, well, I'm trying to change the type of guys that I'm going to date because I don't want to date dope boys no more. So let me get this nice guy a try. And he became everything that I wanted. We end up getting married. We moved to Phoenix for a little while, moved to Orlando area. And then, but we used to argue a lot. We had physical fights where to the point to where I used to talk about it in therapy. So I was learning my triggers because I have PTSD as a war veteran. So when I get upset, I kind of, like go from 0 to 100 real quick. And so in therapy, I was learning to stop doing my antics, and we would fight. So about time we got to Orlando to move, we had already talked about divorce because one day we were talking about something, and I think my son was trying to climb on a glass table, and I was like, "Get down! I'm gonna whoop your butt!" And he just was like, "Shut up!" And I was like, "Shut up!" Like, nigga, who the hell you talking to? Like, but we was in front of his family, so I was like, I just was kind of like, okay, I see where this is going. And when we get back home, I was like, I wanted a divorce, but we had a kid, just had a baby. I was like, so I'm gonna make it work. I did everything that I could to change myself. But when it came down to it, it just wouldn't work. He was betraying me, talking behind my back. Some stuff had happened in my family. And instead of standing with me or standing up for me, he was talking bad about me to my family. Like nobody was going to ever come and tell me.
Ew, that's not cute.
Oh my God. It was so crazy, but I only believed it from the person that told me because I had went through his phone and he had talked to one of my friends and was telling her how I had did something wrong. Just something that is disloyal in my book. I would never go and tell, try to make my husband look bad to somebody else, knowing that, that's my spouse. So when our 5th anniversary came up and it was time to have sex and we was getting ready. I mean, we had just bought a house. Things were good, like, financially good. We had bought our first home together, and after I heard about the conversations that were had behind my back, I was like, you know what? I gotta go. Like we had sex that day of our anniversary and my coochie was like, bitch, if you don't leave this nigga alone, like, what are you doing? He don't even, and I just shut down. And that day I was on my phone scrolling through an old call log trying to find somebody's number that I used to fuck. And from there, it just kept dwindling. And eventually, I got a call. Something else had happened that he had said, and I was just like, I'm out. Like in Florida, you can get a divorce in 20 days. And we was actually moving the day that I was like, I want a divorce. And if you don't do it
20 days, goddamn.
In Florida, if it's uncontested, meaning they don't contest, then it's 20 days. If it's contested, it's 75, but you're still gonna get your divorce. So that's why I came to him like, hey, this is the thing. I'm paying my way out of this. I'm not gonna ask you for this. I'm not gonna do this, but let's get a divorce. And then we went to the divorce attorney, and he was fake crying, like, but no fucking tears.
Fake crying.
Like
Ew.
there was no damn tears. And I was like, so, and then he asked a weird question, like, if something happened to her, then what happened to the kids? And my attorney was like, that was a little bit strange. So, and then from there, I just cut all ties. And I was talking to his cousin on the phone, like, hey, this is what's going on. This is the things that we've experienced, and I'm just tired. And I was going to stay. And she was like, girl, don't do that. Look up abuse. And I started looking up mental abuse and all of that. And it was like, damn. And then I was like, bruh, I'm gonna need all my bank cards back, and here, I'll take you wherever you need to go. Here's $300, and go about your business. And because I was the breadwinner, I almost had to pay alimony, but thankfully I was in Florida, so I skipped all of
that. Damn, holy shit. That is, wow, that was wild. That was a lot. So I want to unpack that little by little. Let's start with like, when did you know first that I'm going to marry this guy? Like, what was the emotion that was going on through your head from like the date to like the engagement, the wedding? Like, how did you know that I'm going to put a ring on it?
I didn't. I don't think that I got married for the right reasons. I was in church, and in church, the only thing that is next is, you got to be in church, and then you single, and then you can't talk to a guy, can't do nothing until you get married. So it was one of those things that I remember when we got engaged, we were driving to Ohio, but I had like the type of person that I am. I don't just date you and I'm off the market. I'm not really off the market until I got a ring on my finger. So, it's like, I'm not going to date anybody else. I'm not fucking like just to be, but I'm not technically yours until it's something solid. It just happened, and my family wasn't sure about it. It was a lot of red flags, even in that I should have been like. And then I tried to leave at one point. I did. We got into it, and he fake cried. But at that point, I thought them was real tears. And I stayed. And I'm not regretting that I stayed, because I have 2 children that are really intelligent and beautiful. But it was definitely an experience. Marriage is a lot. It's better if you know the person and become friends though first.
But you like totally rushed into this with just like whatever. Okay.
Within a year, we was engaged for a year before we got we knew each other for a year. We were engaged for about 7 or 8 months before we got married. And it was cool. Like I said, we didn't kiss. Like the first time he saw my legs, we was in Ohio, and I was like, oh my God, you're seeing my legs. What are you doing?
Ooh, that is a hot kneecap. Oh my God.
Right. But
someone shaved.
I was so religious at the time that I was just the thing was, I knew I like sex. I love dick. Oh my God, it's just so amazing.
Girl. Oh my God, I wish I had some dick in me right now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to book a dick appointment right after this recording.
If I wasn't celibate, I would be booking a dick appointment. But because I like sex so much, the thing is if he made me feel like I was going to have sex with him, I was going to stop messing with him. So we didn't kiss, we didn't hug, we didn't do anything. And sex was good when we finally had sex, but the first time we kissed was at the altar. So, oh
shit.
Like, yeah.
So like even in dates, you didn't even kiss?
Nope.
Damn. I don't know if I could do that.
I did it
my first kiss is a blowjob, right? So
right. I did it by the book, but I would never ever do that shit again. I would never, not because of anything bad, but it showed me that it doesn't work. You can do everything that they tell you to do in the Bible and religion. That shit don't guarantee nothing. That don't, like, I just proved their story wrong.
Nothing is ever guaranteed, especially when it comes to men. Ugh,
right.
Gross. Okay, so you like went straight into marriage. You're on nuptial bliss, yada yada yada.
We was arguing on our honeymoon.
Oh, you were arguing? Holy shit!
Yeah, we had an argument on the honeymoon.
Wait, what?
We had an argument on the honeymoon. I don't even know what it was. Like, we used to argue about stupid stuff. Like, he didn't like for me to be right. Like, if I was too smart, then like when I started changing, I started dumbing myself down, started speaking up less, started letting him be right just because it was like, I don't feel like fighting. So you just, okay, whatever you say, So.
Ew, what a fucking baby.
Really, honestly. You said it, I didn't.
What the fuck? Girl, you married a man child. He's probably wearing diapers at your wedding.
You know
Ugh.
what my song was at the end of
What
it?
was-
It was right when K Michelle came out with "Can't Raise a Man." I was like, "Yeah, girl, yeah, girl, yeah." He older, but
Yes, bitch.
like,
Yes, bitch.
I was that song helped me coast right on through that because I was like, "Girl, you is speaking my truth."
I'm dead. Well, okay. So an argument isn't necessarily like a red flag for divorce, but like, what were some of those other red flags that you were picking up on that was like, okay, maybe it's time we part ways from here?
Really, honestly, there is one specific argument. We was going to a store, super center, and we were in the parking lot, and he was wanting to turn the music on, and I was wanting to turn the music off, or you know what I'm saying. And he was like, "Bitch, something, something, something." I was like, "Bitch, like, damn, like that's how you feel."
Ew, he called you a bitch?
This would normally be a red flag, but you know, in church, they tell you, you know, forgive, things gonna happen. You know, it's really like they make you passive a little bit. So I was just like, we just stuck through it, but we was fighting and stuff and everything. Like we just had a lot. He's not a bad person. He just wasn't right for me because I couldn't be myself.
Nah, he sounds like a total piece of shit. Sorry, but yuck.
I will not
That's
disagree,
gross.
but you know, hey.
Tell me his name, where he lives. I'm gonna cut his dick off so he never treats another woman like that.
He's
ever
married, and I am so happy
Nope.
for him. Listen, I prayed for him to get a new wife because I was like, I don't want him to damn be harassing me all my life.
Girl, I wish I was as compassionate as you because I still have so much resentment for all the men that have done me wrong. I wish them all nothing but suffering. I want them to die horribly and slowly. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that bitter. But, geez, like,
I mean, I just
that's
feel
such
like
a roller coaster ride.
in order for me to be able to move on, he needs to be happy because it was some stalkerish type of behavior for a while. So I'm just happy that he's happy. So now I can move on. Like
He was stalking you?
I mean, to the point to where one of his friends, I'm giving all the tea, child. One of his friends emailed me like, "Hey, you need to watch out because he's been trying to, you know, going over to your house." And he's like, one time he emailed me or text me the apartment number of the address of somebody I was staying with that I did not tell him I was at. Like, how do you know the apartment number? Like, it was crazy. But I am very precautious now. I have cameras all around my house and I keep my gun with me. Okay. My 380 is my friend.
You got Nest cameras installed. Yeah. Oh my God.
No, seriously.
Men will truly do everything except go to therapy. That is so fucking wild. Let me tell you a quick little story. I have a girlfriend. She's like my ride or die. She told me about this one time where she blocked this guy from everything, like all social media, blocked his number on iMessage, everything. And the only way he wanted to contact her, or the only way he could contact her, was sending her money, like e-transfer, and then a message in like the memo.
So he was desperate because you said
desperate.
Right.
Girl, that's when you know the coochie's real good.
Part of why I'm celibate. Like 6 years celibacy is not just because I can't find some dick. I've had a couple of guys become violent or stalkerish because I didn't want to fuck them no more. So I was like, if this pussy make a nigga want to attack me, then I need to keep this pussy in the box until I find somebody I want to give it to.
Yeah. Damn, girl, I'm kind of jealous of your coochie right now because if it's that good, it's going to make men fight. It's going to start wars.
Oh
girl.
my gosh. I mean, it tastes pretty good. I mean, I like it. Feels
Over
good
here,
to me.
Over here in Toronto, over here in Toronto, my bussy is the gorilla grip of bussies. It will fully cut circulation off any guy's dick that goes inside of it.
Look, I get fucked in the ass before, so I love it. I understand it, and listen, it's an amazing feeling. I love it.
Oh yeah, it's great. No, but celibacy for 6 years after this is wild to me because I am a huge cum dump. I am a slut. I am a whore. I want to be stretched out in all the ways. So it's hard for me to imagine to not have sex for over 6 years. I don't mean to sound like I'm on the offense because I don't know how else to like ask, but like, what the fuck? Why? Like, what purpose does it serve to be celibate for that long?
Right now, I'm kind of scared to have sex with somebody because of the reaction that I get if I give it to somebody and they get violent. Then I just would prefer to preserve
so
it.
personal safety.
But also, I mean, I was with somebody and we was fucking around, but after I got finished with him, like I just wanted to be by myself. I wanted to learn myself so I could be ready for whatever was gonna really come into my life. So it's not easy. Like I want some dick, but like in order for me to manage, I'm into lesbian porn. I think that it's the hottest thing out because really, if I watch a bitch get fucked and I am seeing dick, I am going to go out and find me some dick. So I don't want to just find some dick. I want a relationship. I want somebody that I can build with. So I can't just watch dick all the time because my mouth would be watering and shit. Like
watering.
Oh my God. I'm watering thinking about it right now. God damn.
Girl, me too. I am so thirsty. I am so fucking horny. No, okay, I totally get it. But like, you have urges, right? But there are days when you just want something inside of you. So how do you handle that with celibacy?
I don't like dildos. So I really don't. I haven't had any real insertion in a long time. Okay, so but I had a hysterectomy a few years ago, like in the midst of me being celibate. So it's kind of like I just hadn't done it. I after if I don't get close to a nigga, if I don't get close to somebody, then I won't want to fuck. So when guys try to holler at me, I normally run off, like I jump in my car real quick or no thank you. Like, and I'm very polite because I've learned to be polite when I turn guys down because they will assault you or get mad or whatever. So I'm always, oh no.
Which is so stupid. Guys have like the most fragile egos. They cannot take rejection because you got to let them down slowly. Why is it so hard for them to just be like, oh, that's a no. Okay, peace. So we have to be like, no. Baby.
Most men never learn emotional intelligence or to deal with any type of emotions. They're told to bottle them or reject what they feel. So they just never learn.
Yeah, why do you think that is?
Stereotypical, like, men are supposed to be hard. So most guys, if they are any way emotional, then they're called soft or feminine, or they be the butt of all jokes because they may cry, you know what I'm saying, or they may show like they care, and then that makes men shut down even more. Or you can get a man that's in a relationship or have a mother that makes them feel demeaned or like they can't. If they do that, then the man eaters, they emasculate men, and then when a man gets broken, it's hard to repair him because he's scared. Like just same way that I'm scared to give my pussy away is the same way men are scared to give their emotions away, especially if they've been hurt. Then they be like, fuck these bitches. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking all the hoes. Sometimes that's why bitches fuck a whole lot of niggas. Like,
I totally understand, but it's just like, it's so weird because like, I've never been straight my entire life, thank God. So a straight guy being called gay, being called a woman or girly, why is that like the worst possible thing that you can call them? It doesn't click in my head. That's like, what's wrong with being gay? What's wrong with being girly?
It's just the way that society, it's more society than anything else. It's just like, it used to be you couldn't watch porn or things. The shit that you see now, you couldn't see back then. So anything that was opposite of masculine or extreme feminism was like bad. Where even you remember, I used to watch Ellen when she had her sitcom like way back when, like they was mad. She got fired because she came out of the closet as being gay. So it wasn't just about women. It was anything that was opposite of the structure that has been set up really by religion.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yes.
Hello, all my little sluts. It's me, Mama Slut. Hope you're enjoying the show so far. I just wanted to hop on here real quick to let you in on a sexy little deal. Do you like feeling sexy and looking sexy? Of course you do. Only my listeners are sexy as fuck. I have partnered with fetish wear designer Dale Kuda to bring you the hottest deals on custom jock straps, harnesses, hats, and more. Head over to dalekuda.com, that's DALEKUDA.com, and use code SEXEDWITHTIM at checkout for 25% off the entire store. Yeah, you heard me, 25% off. And cherry on top, free shipping. Oh my god. I have a few of the stuff that he has made for me, and girl, I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing like a little jock strap so that I could easily just like slip a little butt plug or dildo every now and then here and there. And I'm on the train. I'm just like, thank you, Dale. That's dalekuda.com with the code SEXEDWITHTIM for 25% off your entire purchase with free shipping. With a deal like that, I swear I could come buckets, honey.
The show is about to begin.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's so weird how, like, you know, fragile guys are. Like, go find a therapist, sweetie, and then we can start, you know, dating a little bit.
It's really honestly everybody, even when you think about, because sex is so taboo that even if you like something different, people look at you like you're crazy. So, you know, everything is taboo based on these written standards that we are supposed to live. And if we don't live like in this box, then we you know, we're not getting into heaven. But come on.
I would love to go to hell if Little Nas X was there with me with the threesome with Satan.
I don't want to go to hell for nobody. I think it's a concept of the mind, but I don't love nobody enough to burn forever. I'm just saying. Just imagine burning your genitals burning forever, and that's what you want to experience.
That's my happy place because I love me some good kink, some good genital torture, some BDSM.
Oh my god! See,
yo, that's gonna be heaven for me. Oh no, I said Dr. Kaci in a coughing fit.
I don't get into rough sex, but I love sex so much. Like, I fantasize all the time. And with celibacy, it's just really me staying away from guys. Like, if I don't get to know nobody, then I won't like somebody enough to fuck them. Like, I got to know you to, you know, be attracted to you to want to fuck you. Like, if it's no emotional connection for me, it just won't hit for nothing.
Oh no, I totally understand that, because it's like you need to kind of like get into their head a little bit. You kind of want to know a little more
I mean, now if I'm drunk,
a more intimate side.
Now, if I've had a few drinks,
you know what?
You might get me. So that's why I don't drink around everybody either. Because listen, I know that my pussy will be like, "Hey, girl, oh, he fine. You sure you want to prance on over there?" You know. So
your labia is just like flapping her,
like,
her lips over, like, "Come on, girl, come on, come on, come on."
Whoa!
Oh yeah, whoa. Okay, hold on. Even if they're so fucking ugly.
See, well, no, I don't know about that. If I don't know you, you got to look like something. You know, at least be somewhat attractive. But like, if
even
the
with
fantasy,
a big dick, come on.
See, too big. It's like when I was in the army. Listen. When I was in the army, I fucked the nigga that split my pussy. So I'm not with the whole too big, because too big is dangerous. You know, that shit. I've seen some dicks that was like 12 inches and more. Like, listen, you're not about to fuck my insides up with that. There's bitches with no walls that's for. Like, they talk about people with no walls. They for the king dick. That's what that is.
Listen, I have been barbecued like meat at a Brazilian steakhouse. I totally understand the need to be like, rearrange my guts, daddy, or like, you know, destroy my insides. I get it.
I cannot wait to have sex. I know, listen, I want to get married or get into a very committed relationship so I can be the wildest person that I've ever been. I want to, like, if he want to cheat, then let's fuck some bitches together. I ain't gay. I've never been bisexual. Now, I love looking at women. I think women are beautiful. And I love lesbian porn. I even like when I watch trans women, like, I don't know, with the women with
trans porn.
Oh my God, women, men with, like, I don't know the proper terminology. But
it's
to
fine.
see
Men
the
with
the
like
breasts,
a vulva, women with a penis.
I seen that for the first time the other day, and I was like, wow, this is very wow. But I do have a thing for men with breasts or the women with penises. I think that it's fascinating. I like dick, and then I think boobs are amazing. So it's like, oh,
and
this
then
is
you
the
get
best
the best
of
of
both
both
worlds.
worlds.
Yes, I was like, oh,
yes.
That gets
oh
my
my
pussy
God.
wet.
Honestly, I wish sometimes I could like detach my butthole and put a vagina in there so I don't have to douche or anything. I wish my genitals were like Lego pieces, you know, just like I can leave the house without it.
Mrs.
If I'm
Potato
not feeling
Head.
it. Yeah, exactly. I can put on a bigger one if I want, and then a smaller one if I want. You know, literally
Depending
make my
on the
life so much
situation.
easier. Exactly. So let's talk about the main part of this episode, which is after the fact that you've split part ways and whatever, breakup. Have you found it difficult to like get back out there again? Like just at least go on dates?
Yes. Well, because I'm celibate, I don't allow myself to get to know anybody. So I'm more reluctant to go on dates. And I want it to be natural. So like I met a guy at a gas station not far from my house. He told me he lived in an area that spooked me because I don't want nobody stalking me if they live too close. But then he started, I can't wait till we get to know each other better and see what more we got in common. And it was just like, pump your brakes, you know, like let it just happen. Don't, you know what I'm saying, try to force it or anticipate it, because that's making me feel like you're a little bit too eager. And I follow him on social media so I could, because I need to know a little bit about a person before I'm willing to let them in, because you might post something on social media that shows me something about you that may disagree with who I am. So it's hard. I don't know how to date. I'm reluctant to really give somebody an opportunity. I'm scared. I don't want to experience what I experienced in my marriage ever again. I don't want to walk on eggshells. So I got to be able to know I can trust somebody with my whole life. I want to submit. I'm one of them. I'm a bitch that I want to submit. I want you to tell me what I can do, but I need to know that I can trust you, because if I'm with you, like, I'm a walking blessing. Like, people fuck with me and their life get better. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I got good pussy. Like, damn, like, you got to come with something. So it's just hard because I don't know. My ex-husband, he was not who he depicted himself to be. He presented somebody else. His representative was like the perfect, you know what I'm saying, church going guy. And the person he was on the inside was something totally different. So now I'm kind of like, are you really who you say you are? Let me watch you for a while so I can see. But I don't know what's somebody get me.
But
they're gonna be
you've
lucky.
at least been on a date, right? You've at least been on 1 or 2 dates here and there after
I was
divorce.
fucking with somebody. Like I was having a whole situationship after I got divorced. Like I did have a moment of play where the guy that I was texting or trying to find number on my anniversary, I end up linking up with him, and we fucked around for a long time until my pussy started getting dry. And then I was like, damn. And then he was telling me he wanted me to die because I didn't want to fuck him no more. And then I was like, well, nigga, you want me to die? Like, damn, that's extreme. Like, he called me a bitch. And
that's
then,
a little much.
Because I don't want to fuck. And then he was like, well, I'll try you again in a couple of months. I mean, literally, no. Once I'm turned off, there is no turning me back on. Like, once I see certain things, it's hard for me to erase that from my head.
Yeah. I mean, oh my God. I have the same like experience when it comes to guys that want to fuck this bussy. They're like, oh, come on, babe, when are you gonna come over again? I'm like, I'm busy, hold the fuck on. And it's like, fuck, man, I'm gonna kill myself if I don't get to fuck you. I'm like, good.
Right. Like
go ahead and do that.
It sounds like you got more personal problems. So I don't want no stalk. It's hard. Look, it is hard because I want some dick. Like, I need some dick. Like, really, really bad. And I want to be a freak. I want to go places. And then I have children. Because my children are like 11 and 12 now, I am kind of reserved about dating so that I can be there for them. Like, it's hard to have a life outside of having children because children require a lot. And, like, I don't want to be where I'm putting my children off on other people or, leaving them behind a man. Like, that's just not my thing. So I figure once they get about 2 or 3 more years from now, hopefully I get some dick before then, but in 2 or 3 more years when they're older and I can leave and, jet out and I can leave them at home and know that they're good, then it'll be different. Then I'll be able to date without thinking, well, I ain't got nobody to watch my children. My ex-husband is a hater. His ass, niggas don't be wanting to get the kids because they be thinking like she gonna get some dick. So
would you ever go on a date with someone that's single or like another divorcee? So like you have something in common.
My fantasy would be a man that has children, that is divorced. I do not necessarily want to be with somebody that's been divorced 2 or 3 or 4 times because nigga, something is wrong. You need to address some issues with
the common denominator is you, sweetie.
Hello. So, I want somebody that has been, because if you've been married before, then you know the seriousness of marriage. I wouldn't be opposed to somebody that hadn't been married before, but my preference is for you to know what this means to me so we can give the same type of energy. But anybody can give that energy. I'm open, but like, if you don't know about having kids, then you might not be able to accept, how I am with my children. And if you want more kids, I didn't have a hysterectomy. So you got to be okay with either not having children or us finding somebody that can be a surrogate and have a baby for us. But if we do that, then she got to live with us and shit. We almost might as well be poly, and she be my wife and then you be my husband, and we live happily ever after. Because in my mind, if somebody give birth to my child, I want that person in my life for the rest of our lives. You know what I'm saying? So
right. So you want to date a guy that's not just gonna make a good husband, but a good father to your current kids.
Yes. Correct.
Aw, that's sweet. I don't know if any man like that exists because all men are trash. But again, I'm a man basher. Hopefully,
most guys are definitely have problems and are jerks, but there are a few guys here and there that could fit the bill. It just takes a lot to find that person, and a part of it is waiting and being celibate, because a lot of people, they meet people and then they jump straight into sex, and you don't get a chance to really know who you with because the sex, dick will blind you. Your pussy too good. A nigga just come back because your pussy wet. Like, hold on, bitch. This bitch got wet pussy.
Dick has literally blinded me. Like, he came on my face. It got in my eyes. I was like, I need a towel. Can you, like...
See, and I don't like nut that much. Like, I love dick, but nut... Oh my God, I'd be like, oh my God. Oh shit. Oh my God. Like, I love it. Put it on my stomach, but don't put it in my face because it's just so thick.
Not in my face, not in my hair, not in my mouth.
The consistency is just a little thick. It's like, I got post-nasal drip, so it reminds me of that. I love sex. I love dick. Like, oh my gosh. And then,
if I can't get a facial from the nearby salon, I'll just ask the guy to come on my face, and that'll be good enough just to clean out my pores. A little touch up here and there, right?
Listen, maybe I need to try it. I had to open my mind up a little.
You're going to come out with a nice little glow, a nice little blush on your cheek.
See, I need some of that. I need a glow.
Do you think that if you ever date a single guy, would you have difficulty disclosing the fact that you're divorced and with kids? Like, how do you think you would navigate that conversation?
I mean, I'm an up and open person, so as soon as we get together, I'm automatically going to want to, at least establish some type of things, because I don't want to waste my time. So the only thing for me is making sure that when I talk about being divorced, that I paid for the divorce, because a person will look at you like, well, what the person that I was fucking before, he was like, well, why that nigga leave you? Like, hold on, nigga, pump your brakes. I paid for the divorce. I filed. That was me. I almost had to pay alimony. So it's more important for me to say that I left and I'm divorced than it is for me to feel like somebody left me, like, because I will leave you before you get a chance to leave me if I feel like it's going that way. I will.
I will fully leave the moment you cross me.
I'm the judge.
I got the receipts to prove it.
It's a meme that say, "Don't be a Judge Judy ass bitch." Like the first time somebody do something, you leave. Listen, you don't get to play with me a whole bunch of times, because if I let you do something and keep doing it, then you think that it's okay, and it's gonna hurt you worse than it hurt me when I leave, because I normally give people a lot of chances. I let them, you know what I'm saying, see who are you for real. You gonna show me who you are, and then when I'm gone, you're going to be mad because you're going to realize, like, damn, she really fuck with me. And now she don't. And I don't have I got a good relationship with my family, but I'm not close to my family. So literally, if I can not talk to my mama for years or months or whatever, like, then losing a nigga, I mean, the thing is that I am self-sufficient financially. A lot of people are in relationships because they're not self-sufficient. So a lot of people stay in relationships because they don't have a choice. You know, they like, for men, it's cheaper to keep her, but for women, it's like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Who's going to do all these things for me? So I get to choose who I
It's very codependent.
Yeah, and a lot of men, this is another struggle, more than a single man knowing that I'm divorced or have children. Being independent and having my own is going to be hard for some men, because some men need to feel like they can control that part. And I don't want that. So I don't have to put up with somebody. This is my favorite thing about my current situation. If I start dating you, liking you, talking to you, and you do something that I don't like, I don't have to put up with it. I can leave, because I'm not dependent on you. My house is mine. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gave me nothing. I don't feel guilty like, oh, well,
shoes on my feet, I bought it. The house I live in, I bought it. Yeah, girl.
Literally, like, and it is, I depend on me. The best feeling.
There you go.
The best feeling, because I watch women and people who feel like they have to stay with a man that they may not be happy with, that they may not be, you know, and they're there because what am I going to do without them? Who am I without them? They don't have no job, no skills, or they, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of guys will date a girl that's homeless or somebody that they can take care of because they need that leverage, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because if you giving me everything, you can do what you want to. It's just like, I won't let people pay my bills. Like, a lot of women be like, I'm getting this, he gonna pay this. Because as soon as you paying something, think you got something to say, you can say something, and you can't.
But girl, you know what? I would love me a sugar daddy, though. That's gonna pay for all my bills.
I would love one. If I could find one, then let me tell you something. See, my dad was old. He was like 70 something, like when he passed away a couple years ago, and I'm in my 30s. So old men is like ill to me, you know. But if I could find, like, I want to be taken care of. Don't get me wrong. For me to be with a man, he almost got to be able to take care of me and himself, because, you know, I want to invest my money so that we can grow while you covering the household. But I just won't let just any man do it, because I'm just so afraid of being controlled or somebody trying to manipulate me or hurt me, because now, you know what I'm saying, they want their shit back. And look, if you give it to me, you ain't getting the shit back. So I rather just
you want maturity.
Safety is a thing for me. I'm overprotective of myself. I've dated a lot of guys, or a lot of guys try to talk to me, and I'm just scared to be hurt by a man physically more than I am emotionally, because I can recover from the emotional hurt. But sometimes I've known women or men that kill women or attack men, you know, so I'm more cautious about that and protecting my children than anything else. Like, I can, if I can't even say that, I'm going to get some dick again. I'm going to find me some dick. If I got to get some, I just need some dick on demand for real. Like, but I do want to build with somebody.
I wish there wasn't Uber Eats for dick, though.
A safe one, you know? So,
yeah, right.
I want to have sex, but I want to build too. So that's the challenge, finding somebody to build with, because, you know, you could fuck somebody, but if they don't have no hopes or goals, and eventually what you talking about after sex? Like if I'm trying to build with you, I want a pillow talk. But if not, then get bad. Once we finish, get on up, get on out. Like I used to, the guy that I was having sex with, I would not ask him no questions. I was not trying to lay up. He used to be trying to stay, and I'd be like, so what you doing later? Because I got to go. Like,
you want a guy with a good head between his shoulders, right? Who's got goals, who's able to like accept the fact that you are a mom. He's going to be a good father to your kids and a good husband to you. Like, these are the simplest things. I don't understand why
the extras
are still so shit.
I'm so I'm intelligent. I have I learn a lot of information. So I also need somebody that's going to allow me to dominate in the business world and, in what I do. But when I get home, he is in full and utter control without being controlling. You know what I'm saying? Like, he runs shit, but he know that I can pull my own.
Yeah. He's living his life with you and not around you.
Right. And the same on both ends, though, because I need somebody that can teach me something. But I also don't want somebody that I got to coach spiritually. I'm a spiritual advisor. Like, I coach people on the spiritual level mostly. And I don't want to have to do that with the person that's supposed to lead me. In order for me to be able to follow, you got to really be able to lead, because I'm a strong person.
Right. Yes, bitch. Get it. That's right. See, I can say bitch, but no other straight guy can call you a bitch. Sorry, straight guys listening
especially
to this.
If we fucking. something about bitch make my pussy be like, are you sure this nigga, you see the right? Yeah,
your pussy lips just go whoop.
It's like a vacuum, and I got a nice grip. You was talking about that pussy. Look, my grip will make
gorilla grip pussy.
Here, like, I love it. I've had men scream my name before. Like, I know what I'm doing with it. You know what I'm saying? So because I'm skilled,
I'm so good. I scream my own name.
Right. When I masturbate, I do.
Oh, God. Yeah, exactly. Because who else is going to say my name better than me? Do you think that like divorcees get like a specific stigma when it comes to going back out again? Because I feel like when you're dating as a newly divorced person, people are gonna like look at you, or like they've already come up with some sort of, I don't know, an image of you. And I feel like it's different for both men and women. Like, they're put to a different standard when it comes to dating as a divorced person.
That's why I said I have to let people know that I filed for my divorce, because men automatically look at a woman like, what's wrong with her? And on a man's perspective, most guys, like, it's cool. It's not as bad when a man is divorced.
Yeah,
because
it's a double standard.
It is. But it's just like, it's not bad for a man to sleep around, but as soon as a woman sleep around, it's a problem. Now, I don't condone like being a slut, a super slut, but like, if you have men and you not in cheating, like, do you kind of, to an extent, But
I will say though, Kaci, I am a super slut because my pussy has superpowers.
See, the way I love sex, I am, but I'm like in reserve. Like, I have friends that have had way more dick than I've had, but the dick that I've had has changed my life, and I have, rendered some life-changing events myself.
You're more of a quality dick than a quantity dick.
Right. I see, but it's the man, because dick, you can get dick. Like, a broke person will have good dick.
Dime a dozen.
I mean, but they have good dick because that's all they got to offer. Just almost like a broke female is gonna throw pussy a little bit better than a woman that ain't that's not what they have to lead with. You know what I'm saying? So when you gotta lead with sex or lead with that, then it kind of diminishes what else is on the table. Now, that's a bonus if you get some good sex and then you talk to them later and you're like, well, damn, you all right. You a good ass person. You got a good head on your shoulders. But that's not common. Most people are not who you would assume if you just look at them. Like, most people would look at me, they wouldn't think. A lot of people take me for granted or think, have an opinion about me based on how I look. But if you talk to me, then you'd be like, she's a little bit more interesting than I would have expected.
Girl, you are interesting. Like, this last hour has been so fucking cool, and just like getting to know you. You're such a down to earth woman. And like, I gotta get myself to Atlanta, and then we're gonna go out for drinks, and then let's go find ourselves some dick.
Listen, I want to go to a swinger bar, and then I want to go to a gay bar. I'm so scared because I'm not really like, I'm like fake gay. Like, I fawn over women. I will tell women how beautiful they are. I will do the drooling emoji just to kind of like, I like building people's confidence, but some bitches really be bad. So I'd be like, oh my God, like if I was gay, I would let you eat my pussy. Come on, girl. But I would love to go somewhere so that I could just be in the atmosphere because because of the stigma I have. I want to make sure that I am open to accepting people, you know, no matter what it is. Like, I watch it on Twitter and porn like activities, but building my comfort level up. I didn't realize a lot of things until I seen it on Twitter, because Twitter is the wild, wild west of, you know, the porn. Like, I think Twitter porn is better than
crevices of the internet.
It is. Twitter porn is better than porn sites. Like, I used to go on Pornhub. I don't even go there no more because you go to Twitter and see some real live action. It's almost better than OnlyFans to me.
Yep. I agree. How are the men over there though? Because I really need to get the hell out of this city and just like explore other men.
It would be great here for you because it's more difficult for a woman to find a straight man in Atlanta because you don't know who's playing the bench, you know, at the end of the night. Like,
are there a lot of gay guys in Atlanta?
It is like, I would say one of the capitals in the nation because it's so accepted.
Hot Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly. No, really. Down by Piedmont Park, the flags are painted in the street. Like, this is a really populated place. So you would have a great time. That's why I want to go out with you. But for me, it's a little.
And you would have a great
different.
time over here, girl. We'll get you to Toronto.
Yes.
It is full of just like every single flavor of man that you want.
You know, I love
immature,
Drake.
You want mature, old, young. Girl, every girl loves Drake.
Well, you know.
Yeah.
He has my soft spot for light skin because, you know, I like chocolate.
Yeah. I've met him. He's like, you know, I wasn't a fan back then, but I was like, you know what? Okay, I can kind of see why girls like him. Whatever. He's fine. Oh gosh. Do you have any like insecurities or fears of like getting married again?
The only one is that I would end up in a relationship, but like my old one, but I really just became open to the ideal of marriage recently. Like,
that's good.
I didn't want to get, like, I'm not pressed to get married because I've been married before. I know, you know, like, it could go either way. So I would get married if a man proved that I could trust my life with him because of the way that I want to submit, because of how much I want to give and what I come with. But for a long time, I didn't want to get married. Like, I was like, I can find somebody and be in a nice relationship where we have sex and maybe we can exchange keys and alarm codes and, you know, really have something. But marriage is
That's
not
the serious relationship, exchanging keys
and alarm codes. And, you know, like, that's more serious than just being married, because that means that you're choosing to be in that relationship. Marriage, it seems like an obligation sometimes, more than like, I love this person, I want to be with this person.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I think you would make a fantastic lesbian, because on the first date, they have a joint bank account right away. Like, damn. Yeah, they move in on the first date, girl.
I'm scared to date and be a lesbian because if I take my pussy away from men and they act crazy, then I can only imagine a bitch fall in love with my pussy and then she be trying to kill me because she ain't the woman I want to be with no more. And now she's trying to murder me and kill me, just do something crazy because I don't want to fuck no more. So I do listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to experience some lesbian type of sex, but I have to have it like once I get married and have some dick on the side. So when I get finished, I can be fully satisfied. But I watch lesbian porn, so I think it's like the hottest thing. But I want to have a husband and we have women around, and that's like, if you're into each other and that's what y'all want to do, I kind of want a brothel a little bit, like, but like a spiritual place where people can
Sounds
come.
like you want an open marriage here.
I don't want it to be open. I don't want my husband to really fuck other bitches. I just want, I want us
But
to be,
you want
I want to be able to experience things with him. Like, I want him, if I want to have a sex or be intimate with a woman, then I want him to watch over me, make sure that I'm taken care of. Like, it's weird.
That's a model of open relationships. That'd be
Open on my end. He can't do shit. He better keep his dick in his pants. He can fuck me all he wants.
I mean,
now, and listen,
open on one end is still open.
The thing is that I came to this because I was trying to figure out, if I get married again, what are the things that break up marriages? So I was like, man, cheating is normally the thing. But if he cheat, like if I fall in love with a man that has a sex habit, I'm not going to leave just because he cheat. Like, if he a really good man, then let's go get a woman, and then she got to eat my pussy while you fucking her. But I mean, we can make something work, like I'll be open to it, but that's not my preference. But I think that when I watch women suck dick together and be kissing and sucking dick, I think that is the hottest fucking thing. I want to do that at least one time, at least once, because I think it is very sexy.
I love it. Oh my God. You are so full of stories and treats. I'm like so here for it, Kaci. Sounds like you've learned a lot about yourself through your first marriage and divorce. Like, what are some of the lessons that you've taken away from that whole experience?
The biggest thing is to never dumb myself down, never not be myself, but also to take things a little bit slower so that I can learn people. I have a real good habit of over trusting, like wanting people to be in my life and wanting to help people and build with people. Like, I'm a giver by heart, by nature. And so I've had to become protective, become a little bit, like detached, because if not, then I want to give more of myself than a person has earned or than they deserve, and then I'll be feeling some type of way if they don't live up to the image that I've created about what I want it to be.
Oh, establishing boundaries. We love that.
That was the best thing that I've learned. Mostly because I really changed a lot just to make my marriage work. So I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't say nothing. I would, it made me depressed.
You can't be compromising yourself for that.
That's what I learned. That was the key. And the boundaries will help me to not compromise, basically.
Oh my God, yes. I hope that everybody else hears that, rewind it a little bit and listen to it again, because that is such valuable advice.
The boundaries help you not compromise, because the thing is, when you begin to learn yourself and really love yourself and accept even the bad and messy shit about you, then you'll move different. You'll move like, hold on now, I got too much to offer to just let anybody do me any type of way. So now people have to earn their way in. Like, I trust you, but I only trust you to be human and trust what you show me. And as we grow together, I either learn to trust you more or trust you less. But instead of just saying, you know what, here is my all, and I'm hoping that you're giving me your all, and then I might not be getting it, let me just, let you live up to what I should expect from you.
Yes. And I feel like that is just such a great way to end this conversation, because what better way to take away from this than just fucking be yourself? Don't compromise yourself for anyone else. Don't give up your personhood, especially for any man. Ugh, gross. Ugh, nasty.
Don't let the dick get you.
Oh my God.
Don't get distracted.
I know. Don't be blinded by the dick like how I was. Don't get nut in your eye.
Right. The dick will blind you in more ways than one.
Oh my God, Kaci, you're so fucking amazing. You're such an amazing guest. I can't get enough of you. I'm pretty sure the listeners can't get enough of you either. So why don't you make like a butt and plug away anything that you want for the listeners to see, any resources that you can refer us to?
Okay, well, I am on social media. You can follow me on Instagram at Speaking Freedom. And I have a new Roku channel. I am uploading now all of my content, all of the way that I think and all the subjects that I talk about on Roku. I have a Roku channel, Speaking Freedom TV. I am also on YouTube we're Speaking Freedom TV. And if you just follow those things, you can go and get my books. I have 4 books about faith. They come with workbooks on edu/freedom.org/shop. And you can buy my books and support.
Love it. And don't you have your own podcast as well?
I do. It's Speaking Freedom Radio. You can find it on iHeartRadio and all of the major radio. But it is going to be also what's on the Roku app. But the Roku app will actually have a little bit more exclusives. Like I talk a lot about sex, but because it's so personal, I don't want to put it on YouTube because my children are on YouTube. So I'm probably going to
want people to pay for the juice.
Yes, you got to pay. So either my Patreon, or just going to the Roku app so that it's a little bit more exclusive. You have to work for it a little bit.
Yeah, perfect. I'm going to put that all in the show notes. Kaci, you've been amazing. And anyone else that's made it this far into this chaotic ass episode, thank you so much for making it this far. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Sex Ed with Tim podcast. And I will see you at the next one. Bye. Thanks for listening to the Sex Ed with Tim podcast. Sex Ed with Tim is created and produced by me, Tim Lagman. Music is Aces High by Kevin MacLeod. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GaySlutClown and at Sex Ed with Tim. You can also like and follow me on the Sex Ed with Tim Facebook page. If you enjoyed the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Even better, you can also support the show on Patreon, where you can get early access to ad-free episodes and more. Thanks for all your support, you dirty little slut. Mwah.